Right. This is the main notice I want to tell about this certificate and process. So already I think more than 35 students they are applied still. So still the requesting coming. Okay, someone asking. Yes, Mr. Ahmad, Zain Ahmad.
Can you hear me?
Mr. Zain Ahmad.
Hello.
Yeah, you have any question?
Good morning, sir. Yeah,
Yeah, very
I
good.
just wanted to ask what's the book is for? What's there
No,
in
no,
the book?
it's related book. If you are doing graphic designing, you can get graphic designing. So some people they already know about like accounting or the office package or networking. So if that people, you can get some other book only also.
Okay, you mean like a guide like book?
No, no, it's a theory book,
Oh, okay, sir.
not book. So
Okay, okay.
which are we are which subject you are learning here. So those subject in the book have the deeply little bit.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you. And that's it. So the AutoCAD classes only will start 16 because that lecturer have some work in his official. So that's why he planned to start on 16. So other classes will be within 2-3 within the next week. It will all classes will finish. So thank you for this time. So Saran sir, Saran sir.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
So last time we completed Illustrator a little bit, right? So half goal have. So I think we can complete today. Hello.
Yes, I can complete today. Shall I
Yes.
start the class now? Oh,
Yes. Share your screen.
okay. Okay. Very good morning to you all, guys. I'm Sharan. So I think last session we did Illustrator. So we just started the Illustrator in last session, and you did a lot of things there. So I have spoke with you about the Illustrator and the introduction, and about the import and export formats and version specifications, all the stuffs. So guys, today and we did around 4 or 5 tools with the induction and the interface of the applications and all. So today we are going to continue the balance. So as I told you, the same background screen I have opened here. I'm opening the application in my master collection. It's Adobe Illustrator. Right. So I have opened my screen here. Okay. So you can see the same screen. There are no any difference between in our last session. Before I'm going to start my work, better I'm going to reset my workspace because in last session we did a lot of stroke and fill and vectors stuff. So I'm going to reset my workspace first. So you also have to follow the same thing when you are doing all when you are doing the design. So here window ribbon. So in my main menu, so window ribbon, workspace, and here there is option called reset essential. So I'm just clicking on the reset essential. Now the workspace is getting resetted. Now all the pillars and all the parameters and all the tools are getting resetted. And before I'm going to start my work, I need a background. So I spoke with you a lot of things about the background, such as format, portrait, landscape, and all. So I'm going to take a background here. As usual, I'm giving my file name as IDM. I'm take a landscape background. I'm just taking for my printing purpose. It's a landscape paper. I'm taking a legal paper, portrait or landscape. The measurement I'm going to use as same centimeter and click OK. Right. Now my background is there. Okay. So now I think in our last session, we did mainly fill and stroke, and what is the stroke and what is the fill, about the pen tool and text options, strokes, all the stuffs. So today we are going to start from the brush, because the brush also very important tool in Illustrator, because earlier I told you the Illustrator is mainly we are using for the purpose of vector and drawing purpose. So most of the, because you can practice, you can start your practice from the mouse, but if you want to very good the professional art and all, so better to use a drawing tab or tablet. You can connect it to the PC and you can work. So that is very easy for us. So I'm using the brush tool here. Automatically when you're connecting your tablet or your drawing pad, automatically it will be detecting the tools and all, it will be combined with the tab, so no problem at all. So I'm using the paintbrush tool here, and here, as I told you, here there are two tools are there, because the both tools are doing the same thing, but I'll show you the difference between these both tools. This first one is the paintbrush tool, and here you can see there's another tool, blob brush tool, because the difference between blob and paintbrush is the stroke and fill. That is the difference between both. So I'll show you. Select the brush tool. So I'm selecting the brush tool and I'm just drawing a path like this. So this is a normal drawing. So here, when you look at this, so when you click on this, you can see only there's a blue color line. Okay, so this is a stroke drawing. Okay, so this is a path, and see, I told you I can show you using the direct selection tool. You can use the session and you can just move the points. See, so this is the stroke, guys. Okay, so when you're using this tool, this is a blob tool, it's for the fill. So I'll use the blob tool, and I'm using in a different layer, using like this, the same thing. Okay, so here when you look at this, it will be asking a fill color. See, when you're doing the brush tool, it will be not asking the fill color. So but if you're giving only the stroke color, it will be all right to make the drawings. But if you're giving the fill color, definitely you have to use the blob brush tool and you can work. So I'll show you this also. Look at this. So here, when you select the screen, there are no stroke in between. Okay, so here we have outside. See, this side and this side. I can show you like this. When you click this, you can give us different stroke color. I'm not going to give the same color, otherwise you can't see. Okay, so I'm giving a different color. So see, now you can see very clearly. And here I'm using the brush tool, but there are no outline. It means stroke. Only the edge is there. And here it's not like that. So here there are two side stroke is there, but here you can use the fill color to change the colors here. See, you can use the fill colors. You can see in your screen automatically the color will getting changed. But guys, here it's not like that. So if you want to change the color of this, you have to use the stroke color. Then only it will be getting changed. There are no fill, right? So this is only the difference between the blob and the brush tool, right? After that, in the brush tool, as I told you, I'm going to erase this session. So if you are selecting the brush tool, there are so many type of brush pointers. So we are calling called. See here you can see in your option bar, after you are selecting the brush tool, automatically the points will become. After that, here you can select the uniform options and you can choose the line which you want. And here you can see there are two sides are there. The one is the starting option. This is the ending option. That means if you're drawing a stroke here, anyhow there are two sides, guys. Okay, so this is the starting and this is the ending. So that's why it's showing like this. And here when you click this, um, you can't, because if you're using this brush tool, you can't adjust the brush size because it's a stroke. But if you're selecting this one, automatically you can adjust the brush size and you can adjust the stroke. You can see the brush automatically when you're using the brush size. Okay, the shortcut key is the bracket keys. It's close by the enter key, guys. Okay, the bracket key is the shortcut key to adjust the brush size like this. The bracket keys, there are so many bracket keys in your keyboard. So the shortcut key is, it's next to the enter key. Okay, so this is the shortcut key to the zoom in and zoom out tool. So after adjusting, see, I'm just drawing like this. Now you can see these brush options are automatically, see, it's coming like this. Okay, so you can select the move tool, and as an object you can use, you can select this and you can delete this. Okay, see, easily you can work. And after that you can use the tool and you can change the colors also. It doesn't matter. See, like this you can change. And also after you're selecting this, guys, you can't change the what these options, such as the starting and ending. So delete the object, then you can choose the tool here, and you can select the it's called uniforms, the starting and ending option, and you can work. After that, here you can see there is an option called the brush definitions. There are so many definitions in your brush. See, you can adjust the box and you can work. There are so many definitions are there, but default, if you are working first time, automatically only these few brushes are coming on your work screen. You may select the brush and you can work like this. See, you can work like this. So automatically, if you are selecting that brush, it will be changed. After the drawing also, you may change it. So automatically the path will be getting changed. It will be applied to the stroke also. I will show you. See, I'm just drawing a small line automatically. If you're changing, it will be changed. Depends on your selection of the uniform. So after selecting this, you may change the uniforms like this. So if you want to make it bigger, you may choose the stroke width and you can adjust like this. Also here, when you click this, there is an option called here brush library, because when you are installing the application and you have to install the original or cracked version, it doesn't matter, but all the plugins should be installed, then only these options you can get it, otherwise you can't get it other options, right? So when you are clicking this, automatically here you can see there are so many types of brush options are there. So arrows here, automatically the new box will be appear here, and you may adjust the box here. Just select the drawing. According to us, this is our object stroke. So when you click this, automatically it will be changed. So there are so many options are there. You can edit, because very easy to create the vectors, but you can use Photoshop and also you can do, but very easy to work with the vectors in Illustrator, right? So after that, here there is another option called in your brush tool. Here there is another option called pencil tool. The smooth tool, as I'll always I was always talking about this smooth tool, because when you are drawing cut lines, the smooth tool is trying to help to make it bend or shape tool. So after you are selecting the pencil tool, also you can draw something and you can adjust the stroke options from here, and also you may change the objects like this, and you can click the arrow key. So here you can see there's an option called small arrow key, and when you're clicking on that, there are so many libraries are coming, so you may change. So here there are sub plugins are there that is very easy for us to such as make some borders, because if you're planning to create a front page or any visiting card or borders like that, only for the stroke, not for the fill. So very easy to select that. So using the rectangular tool, and you can select the stroke color. Better don't give the fill color, because I am always explain you.
Saran sir?
Hello?
Yeah, sorry for interrupting.
Yeah.
I want to give a small message. Can I give?
Okay. You can.
So, dear student, and today we have a small demo exam. So, class will be finishing at 12:30. So, 20 minutes before we will start the exam. So, it is whatever area that you have studied. So, I'm going to give you an online link. There you can go and do the exam. So, probably from 11, yeah. Sorry, 12 o'clock, right? 12 to 12:30, you have the examination. So please get ready and don't go, because this is a real exam which is coming to the final exam. So same way, so you will be able to figure out your skills and where are you staying likewise. So just stay. It's a normal, not very tough. So 12 o'clock we'll start. 12 to 12:30, you have the exam, sir. So thank you very much, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for your kind information. So, guys, just ready for the exams also, and don't get stuck with the subjects. So that's very easy for you. Because of you all, we are here to help you to do something, and don't shy. Okay, we'll continue that. Now I'm using a box. So most of the times, guys, you are choosing the borders. Okay, so you can use this box, and I'm just drawing a box like this. Okay, so as I told you, you can use the shift key, or the landscape also you can use, no problem at all. Here I'm using only the stroke color, guys, not the fill color. Otherwise, I can't focus on the object. So here you can directly apply. So before you're going to select this, you have to select this. Okay, otherwise it won't show, because that is one of the thing we are just getting stuck. You know why? In Photoshop, everything, because you are doing in a separate layer, so we can focus on the layer and we can select the layers one by one, and we can work. But here, guys, not like that, because you don't want to bother about the layers, because here you can see in my screen there are no layer panel also, but I don't want to get stuck. Do you know why? Because when I'm doing something, it will be automatically just create it a separate layer. So guys, sometimes, okay, so always it's not coming. Sometimes when you are selecting more than 2-3 shapes together, when you are selecting a one shape, so without, you don't know, because it's not showing, the back shapes also getting selected. So guys, on that you have to be very careful before you're going to apply some effects. So whatever it is in Illustrator, you have to select on the particular shape, guys. Okay, after that, and here I think these are the specific things to apply the borders. So you can select, see, automatically it will be applied. So the stroke also not showing us to um, my output also. So okay, that's very easy for us. So if you make it, if you want to adjust the size of this, so easily you can adjust the stroke. That is very easy for us also. Okay, now what I'm thinking, like so here there's a box, but I think only I need half. I want to cut the balance. Okay, only these half, or these half, or here, or here. Okay, so I want to delete. So what I can do, so directly I can't change the shape, so directly I can't change the object. So very easy to select the direct selection tool, and you may select the anchor points. Can you remember the anchor points, guys? Last class I told you, you can select the anchor points and you can adjust. See, very easy for us now. You can select this, and here you can adjust. So if you want half, you can make it like this. And if you always, you have to keep it in mind, if you're applying something here, you are not applying for the fill color, you are not applying for the outline. So only you are applying the stroke, not only for these guys. So if you are making some different object also, you can do something. But it's look very nice when you're doing like this. For an example, just look at the screen. I'm apply some text here. I'm using the direct selection tool, and I'm just select only these 2 points you can see here, and using the shift key, I am moving my segment points here, right, like this. Now I want to apply a text here. Okay, so here, see, type tool and click this. So we'll see, welcome to the class. Okay, so you can select the tool. So I told you, don't draw the text boxes here. You may click this and just keep it in the center point here. And after you double clicking this, automatically it will be getting selected. It means in our language highlighting. So after highlighting this, and here you can change the size, guys. So it's middle of the shape. See, like this you can adjust. See, we'll see. No, that's too big now. See, like this you can adjust the size. Now guys, tell me, I want to apply. Okay, so I want to apply a fill color because it's white color. No, I want to apply a fill color. So what I can do? So I want to apply a fill color. Okay, so what I can do? So no need to create a new box. Just click this and select the object. Here already what we did, we have option to apply a color to fill. So directly you can use the color and apply it in between the shapes. Okay, that's very, very easy for us. Okay guys, right, and we'll move to the next thing. Here now I showed you using the shapes and how you're going to apply a pattern or a design to the fill color and stroke color and all. And now I'm going to use the pencil tool and I'm going to show you how you're going to apply the same thing to that pencil option also. It's the same thing. You can select the drawings here. See? So it's a stroke. Then you can select this and you may change the option like this. See? Okay. You can apply. Right. After that, here there's option called razor tool. This is very, very basic thing. You know, the razor tool, scissor tool, knife tool for the racing purpose. And the very, very easiest thing in Illustrator, I think in Photoshop, you can erase the pictures, but you can erase the backgrounds and you can erase, but the path and all, you can't use the eraser tool in Photoshop. But here, see, look at the screen. I'm using an ellipse. I'm just drawing in my workspace. I'm going to apply a fill color for this because I'm going to use the eraser tool. I'm going to apply a fill color here. And I'm just going to give none. This is my stroke. And select this. And here directly you can use the eraser tool. You may adjust the size of this. As I told you, the same bracket keys to adjust the brushes here. See, easily you can delete. Automatically what happened? It will be divided by 2. That is very, very easy for us. Because in Photoshop, we can't do like that. But we can, in a separate layer, we can fill with the object. And after that, we can use the eraser tool and we can delete. But we can't get it separately. But here, there is option to make it separately using this eraser tool. And you can use the eraser tool here. Okay. So now you can edit it separately. See, when you select this, you can give a different color for this. If you select this, you can give a different color for this. I think this is also one of the logo, no? All because it's very famous, huh? According to the students. You're always using this to make refresh, no? Pepsi logo, like a Pepsi logo, because we have to do something, some shapes and all. But it's like this, no? So guys, very easy to create like this. After that, here I will show you. Here there's option called scissor tool because that is also just to cut, you know. You can use the, I'm using this tool like this, and here I'm using this tool and say you can just click on the path tool here, and you can make the cut like this, but it's very small, path to path. So here one path to another path, and here one path to another path. You have to click on the path focusedly, then only the tool will be working, guys, otherwise it won't work. So these type of very the simplest, the work also very neat, such as uh, the visiting card and all, when you're making the visiting card, when you're making the postcards and also it's little bit high catching, the professional, and very easy to create like this. The here you can mention the name, or you can mention the logo, and here you can mention the contact numbers and all likewise. So according to your creativity idea, you can use these techniques, you can work. Okay, so only we know, so there's a small one box now, so you can see now. Only what I did is like I just draw a small box and I used my points and I did the design like this. So likewise, you also can work. And after that, and here, this tool is separate, or this tool is special to make the rotation, guys. Not only for the shapes, you can use for the text also. I'm using the rounded rectangular tool like this, and here I'm selecting the rotate tool. But always you have to keep it in your mind, guys. When you are rotating something, the rotating is depends on the center point, guys. Okay, so if you are making the center point here, see, now this is my center point. It's rotating like this, so you can use the shift key to make the rotations. So automatically it will be rotating in a same direction in an angle. So sometimes if you are changing the center point, guys, say this is my center point, okay, so you may change the center point also. If you are keeping here, or if you are moving the center point from a place to another place, the rotating also will be rotating depends on the center point which you are making the rotating point. See, I'm moving the rotating point. This is my center point. Okay, so now if you're rotating what happened depends on that only, it will be getting rotated, guys. Okay, so that is the main thing you have to focus. And after that, there is another tool also there, and here there is option called rotate reflection tool, and that is also the same thing. You may select the tool, and you may select that tool, and you can make the rotations depends on two sides, guys. See, I'm select the object first. The reflector tool, see, only the two sides. So you can see the angles, and you may make the selections, and you can work. See, like this. You can select both together also. See, you can work like this. Okay, guys. Right. Next, we'll move to these tools. This is also very easy for you. There's a small techniques are there. I think these were the skew tools and the scaling purpose. Shear tool, scaling tool also you can use this, and shear tool also you can use this, and reshape tool also you can use this. I will show you. So you can select the rectangle like this. If you are selecting the scaling tool, guys, what we can do here using the free transform tool, what we did is like only we are focusing the segment and anchor points here. Okay, but if you're selecting this tool here using the scale tool, you can focus on the center point, and you may click on here. See, use by just moving your mouse, automatically it will be moving. See, like this. But we also can use for the scaling purpose, but we can't take the exact scaling size here. Okay, so the skew tool also, shear tool also like that. So you can just make the shear shape, and also the next tool also the doing the same thing called reshape tool. And here you can click on when you're moving, because after you're selecting the shear that point tool, when you're moving on the shape, automatically it will be changing in a different line, and only you can just focus on that. Better to moving the shape or just focus on the selections and all, you can just use the same thing we did in the direct selection tool also. So there are some tools are there. It's both tools are doing the similar functions. So like that, the scale tool, the free transform tool, and the direct selection tool also like that. So what you did in the direct selection tool, you can use the same function and you can do the same function over there also. Okay. And after that, here you can see this is called, there are some effects guys, like you can use for the text also, but you can use for the object also. Okay. So before we are going to jump to the next tools, okay, so this you can see little bit advanced than what we did in the last session. So in the first session, in the last week, what we did is just moving, selection, stroke and all. And today we did like how to fill stroke and objects and colors and all. And we are going to jump to the next level. This is little bit different between that. Guys, if you have any doubts before we are going to jump to the next session, you can ask me. I'll give 2 minutes to you. Anybody else? No.
So I have one question, sir. How to make a picture or photo into a vector?
How to make a?
How to make a picture or photo into a vector?
Okay, into the vector, right, to the shape. Guys, that is also one of the fill option. Guys, directly you can't just place, because there is option called place. So when you're going to open a document or when you're going to open a picture here, guys, I'll show you. Here, there's option called, because I'm just drawing a shape here directly. It's a ellipse. Okay. So using the shift key, I'm just drawing here and cancel it. So I'm closing this option also. And here, after you are selecting this, don't give the fill color. Okay. So make it blank. And also under the file menu, there's option called place. So don't open a picture. Wait a second. I'll search a picture here. I don't think. Right, I have some. Okay, I'll open this picture and directly you can place it. So now guys, it's coming on this, right? So you can create a mask and you can just insert to the shape. Okay. A mask you don't know. I will show you the mask. You can just open a mask and I will open a mask only. You can just insert to the shape. So directly you can't open and you can't just put a picture here. After I giving the mask technique, I will show you how to fill a picture here, right? Any other doubts?
Yeah, Mr. Zain Ahmad. Zain Ahmad, you can ask your question. Zain?
Hello.
Yes, ask your question.
So can we trace out a picture, logo picture into a vector format, sir?
Possible, guys. For that, what you want to do is like, because the tracing using, you can use the pencil tool. So, and also you can use the brush tool. And also what you can do is like, especially the, if you want to take the actual tracing, better to use a tab over here, but because you know why. For an example, your picture is here. Okay, so your photo or whatever it is. So if you open a picture as a JPG picture, you just can open a picture here and it will be coming as a normal document. Okay, so normal document, because make it from the normal document. Do you know why? In a picture there are so many resolution, there are so many formats. So after that, and here what you want to do is like, if you open a document, it is in a different layer. Okay, it's in a different tab. But this format background resolution and this format background resolutions are not same thing, the different one. And you can just click and drag it also here. And after that, you can just close the new window. Then you can just keep the picture here. You can make the adjustments, but don't use this tool and make it scaling. As I told you, you can use the freeform tool and just make the scaling using the portrait or landscape like this. And after you are adjusting this, press the enter key. Now your resolution will be getting resetted. And after that, what you want to do, just go to the layer panel. Okay, because otherwise, while you are doing the drawings, for an example, if you're using the pencil tool and if you're making the drawings like this, what happen is the picture will be going there and here. So you can't make the actual resolution and actual points like this. Just I'm drawing here. Okay, so what I want to do is like, select the picture, go to the layer panel, and here just select the picture layer. So here, this is my picture layer. And here there is an option called toggle locks. So when you lock this layer, you can't move the picture. So if you are applying any effect here, it won't apply, it won't work. Just it's a still. Now what I can do is like, I can use a pencil tool and I can make the sketch drawing like this. And don't forget to give the stroke color. The fill color is none, otherwise you can't get a actual picture. Only the stroke color, you can give a black color, better. Just one is enough. After you're completing that, you can adjust. Don't give the fill color and you can start your drawings. See? So this is for an example. After I complete that, I can make it separately. See, this is a separate layer. If you want, you can keep the picture. After you unlock that, you can delete also. Okay, anybody else?
No question, sir.
Okay,
Can
shall I move
continue.
to the next level?
Yes.
So next thing, what I'm going to do is like, guys, I'm going to focus on the effects, because this is very, very easy, and you know, actually it's not a big thing, but I will show you for the beginners. So after you're drawing some shapes here, so what I can do is like, here, just select the object, understand very carefully. There's option called outline path. Okay, there's option called outline path. And here what I can do is like, don't give the fill color. And here, using this effects tool, you can click this arrow, you can keep it separately. Okay, now select the object using this, and you can adjust the warp like this. See, this is small effects. So you can use these effects to the shapes. Meantime, you can use the shapes like this. For an example, I'm using the pen tool and I'm drawing a new shape. For an example, just like this. And I'm using this shape. And here, definitely you have to give the stroke color. And here, I'm select the tool, the first one. Using that, you can adjust. But guys, keep it in your mind. This is not for the fill, only for the stroke or path. So not only for this, if you are drawing something in your pencil tool also, you can do the same thing. So after you're drawing something, better before I'm going to apply the path, I'm just using the smooth tool and I'm just little bit make it smooth. Select this, see, using this tool and select the point. You can change it. So you can very clearly, you can see when you're moving on the point, automatically the cursor will be getting changed like the small wave. So there is a active status. Okay. So sometimes when you're moving, it's showing like a plus. That means you can't apply that. So if you are showing only the wave icon only, you can apply the tool over there, right? And we'll see the second one. See, this is called warp tool. I think the same thing you did in Photoshop, but in a different way, you know. So you can use the warp tool. See, like this. Like this, and you can work. So what you are applying here, everything is for the edge, guys, not for the fill. After you complete this only, you can apply a fill color, right? We'll see the third one. See, like this. Okay, so like this, you can just create some shapes or designs or whatever it is using this. And the puka also the same thing. I think in Photoshop also you need to just modify the pictures, no? Especially the face and this two eyes, nose, and the mouth designs. So you are going to little bit getting short or bigger the picture image size and all. So you're using the same tool here. But in Photoshop, we are applying for the purpose of the picture format. But here we are applying for the shapes. That is only the difference between that and this. See? So you're going to reshape your objects like this. And also you can use these two. We'll move to the next one. This is also like this. You know, puke and blood, no? The opposite tools. This is also the same thing. See, like this. See? Especially for the outlines and, you know, very nice backgrounds. You can use it. You can use this tool to adjust the wing size. See, like this. You know, we can just make a design like you have a liquid paint in a bucket, and if you are just putting it in the wall, it will be getting, you know, so that effect and all, we can just make a creativity ideas and you can make like this. There's type of effects. See, like this. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you guys now for the little bit shapes, and you can draw the shape and you can make the shape. Already we have a shape here, so easily you can apply. But how you are going to apply for the text? There is a problem for me. See, when you are just type something here, if you apply the effect to the text, it won't come. See, Just look at the cursor here. Look at the cursor. It's showing you can't apply that. No, why is that? Any idea? So for the shape, see, for the shape, just drawing this and directly we are applying. It came. For the path, there are no path here. So see, for the path, automatically it came. But why it's not coming to the text? Not the problem. Any idea, guys? No. So I already told the effects what you are applying here. It is everything to the outlet, not for a fill. Okay. But here there is a stroke I can apply. But just click the text here. Only I have applied the fill color, but there are no stroke, guys. So that's why it's not come. That is the reason number one. The reason number two is the welcome is there are several characters are there. W is a one character. E is a second character. L is a third character. Likewise, there are so many characters. So many characters means there are so many edges, so many paths, so many vectors, so many outlines. So if you apply this effect, it can't realize or it can't recognize the path or the path which it should apply. So what you want to do is you have to break the lines first. How I can do that? Look at the screen here. When you double click that, automatically it will be going to the editing option bar. There are two screens. So preview screen and panel screen. Okay. So this is my preview screen. So in your preview screen, just select the object. So if you're drawing a shape here, when you click on that, and if you click like this is the panel screen, guys. Okay. So when you go to the panel screens, automatically you can edit more. Okay. So keep it in your mind when you are working on this. Just look at the top here. This is the layer screen and panel screen. So always you have to be in the preview screen, not in the panel screen, right? So now I'm in the preview screen. Now select the object. After I selecting the object, right click on the text. Okay, I'll show it again. I'm just selecting this type 2. Click on the working space. We'll say IDM. So I'm applying some bolded font. So otherwise, like this. And select this. If you want, you can adjust the size also. Okay. So select the object. And after that, what I can do is like right click on the object. Here, there is option called what? Create outlines. So when you click the create outlines, now just look at the text automatically. You can see there are so many type of anchor points and different lines are there. Now, if you like, okay, so if you are thinking, okay, I want to make a different text style in a different emboss or different whatever it is, easily what you can do is like you can just select this, only the focus screen, then easily you can select the anchor points, guys. See, one by one, you can select and edit. It means what? The lines are, you remove the lines. There are no groups. See, one by one, you can edit the text. Otherwise, if you want to apply that effect to the text, directly you can apply it. See, select the object one by one, you can apply, or in a group, you can apply, it doesn't matter. But select the object, see, warp tool, and see, now I'm just make it bigger. I'm giving a stroke color. See, one by one, by clicking the anchor points. See, you can edit. Understand? One by one, you can edit it. Not only for this, you can apply everything. See, if you go blood, you can adjust the see, directly you can apply. So why that error message will become? Because you are not selected the object, no? That's why. Right click, create outlines. Now select the object. Go to the tool what you're going to apply. See, you may apply. Very easy. So this is a way, guys, you're going to make a different titling styles, because just clicking the text tool and typing on the workspace is not a proper way for the designer. So the designer means always you have to think in a different creativity idea and high catching, depends on your work for the, especially guys, you can see the cartoons and all, they are using fonts. So all the fonts are not in the online, no? So you have to get a knowledge from this to make the design, in a professional, educational, so like that. You can edit the text also, okay? Next, we'll move to the next option. And here, this tool, no? This tool is very, very easy for us. I'm already told you to make the scaling, okay? So this is the tool. Guys, we are just using the rebrushing tools, okay? So I'm using these tools. I think you did this also. So I'm going to close this. I'm not going to keep it in my workspace. And here there's a option called shape builder tool, live paint bucket, and live paint scheme tool, all the stuff. So there is also one of the same thing what you did in the fill color and all. See, is the shape bucket. So the opacity, I think when you did in the Photoshop, in a coloring option, in the coloring section, you got an idea about opacity, low opacity, high opacity, medium opacity, contrast opacity, those stuff. Those called coloring. Just look at the shape builder tool. When you are just moving on the shape, it will be showing you the low opacity file and high opacity file, and you may just change the colors and it will be showing the opacities of the shapes and lower opacity. So just you can choose the color here and you can click on the option. You may change the same thing you did in the paint tool also. So that is not a very important tool. Okay, just I'm going to show you these things. You can do it. The first one is for the fill and the second one is for the stroke. The third one is for the live buckets, like this, for the reshape tools. So using the direct selection tool, you did the edge and select this for the moving. Now it will be showing in the live bucket tool. And after you're clicking the stroke option, I'm just adjust the size. In the live bucket tool. So just when you're moving the cursor, you can see that it will be changing. Can you see that? Like this is a small tool. And here, when you click on this, guys, you can see there are two options that come. The first one is perspective grid tool, and the second one is perspective selection tool, guys. Okay, so this is we are mainly focusing on the 3D, guys. Okay, so 3D means it is in our camera. The camera means the angle which you are looking at the shapes or whatever it is. This is called camera angle. So if you are going to do this, guys, you need a just little bit basic knowledge of the 3D also. So I'm just telling of the cameras and all, right? Guys, cameras means mainly we are focusing 4 cameras. Okay, so front camera, back camera, top camera, and perspective camera. Perspective means you can look at the object in a 360. So it's called perspective camera. So top means only you can see the top area. So you can see the height, you can see the depth and all. So only you can see the top. Likewise, left camera and right camera. But here, according to this, only you can focus on the big to small and small to big. That means when you're looking at the wall, when you're just you're standing in the left side, so when you're looking at the text, it will be going like this. So when you're looking something, it can be a vehicle or whatever it is in a long distance, you can see it's in very small. When you are in close by or nearby on the object, you can see it's very big. Very good example, we can see the helicopters and aeroplanes. When you're looking at the sky, you are looking, the helicopter is going like a small toys, only it's going like this. But when you go into close by, how it's look, it's a very huge, no? So the same thing. Why is that? That's why cameras. Okay, so we are maintaining the same technique here also. So when you're looking at this, just click the tool. After you're clicking this, automatically I'm taking a new workspace, and I need a lot of things, so I'm going to reset my workspace also. Okay, I'm going to reset my workspace also. Guys, what I'm teaching you is like just an introduction and just the tools, so hands-on. So we can do a lot of things are there. So if you have an idea to study these things in a very proper, because in a very, how to tell, like a techniques and creativity and all, you can continue the courses also. So it's available in our Adobe Nation campus centers. So very advanced, and it's a professional thing, because we are just explaining the tools, and we are just I'm going to show you, so you can do these tool and do these like that. But there are a lot of things to do, like a project and all, lot of things to do, so you can get more than this from there, right? Okay, so here when you're looking at this tool, so automatically it will be coming like this, guys, right? So just look at this, it's very complicated, but you have to see, you can see there is a middle line. You have to keep it in your mind, that is your flow. Okay, that is your flow. And here the bigger area and small area, and here bigger area and small area, the bigger area to small area, and this is your flow. You have to keep it in your mind like that, right? And now what I'm going to do is, like, after you're drawing this, you may select this. See, you can't move the flow, right? You can adjust this, and you can manage the size up and down like this. Now, very easiest thing, I'm just click a tool here, and in a separately, not on that working space, okay, in a separately, I'm just click outside, and I'm typing here the same word is welcome, and click this, adjust the screen, and you may adjust the size. Right, okay, so this is in a different layer, this is in a different layer, right? So now what I'm doing is, like, using this tool, I'm just click the object and just moving on the shape. See, can you see the box? So when you're moving here, what happened? See, it will be coming here. See, I'm just keep it here like this. Now guys, look at this. What happened? It's in a 3D from W to E. Okay, welcome. From this side, it's bigger to small. From that side, small to bigger. So after you're clicking this, so automatically that what do they call, the outlines, I told you, no, the outlines will be created. Then you can just select this, you can adjust by one. But guys, if you want to adjust the font style and font size, again, you have to go back to the text layer only. You can edit it. Double click on that. And here you can change the font style and font sizes. Like this, the orientations and like that. I'm applying this. Okay, click back. So it will be going. After you complete the work, what we can do is like, you're going to close this, no? So you have to back to the preview screen. Now, what you can do is like, if you click this, normally you can't close this. What you want to do? Again, you have to go to this perspective grid tool. Then only the hand tool will become. Using the hand tool, you can close it. Only the text will be there. So this is the tool for what? Just not a actual 3D. Just we can create a 3D shape here and we can work on it, right? Right. The next one is, the mesh tool, the blend tool. I will show you the blend tool and all. And I have to talk about the gradient here. Very, very important thing. So just, I told you only the fill color, guys. So you have to know about the gradient also. So select this tool, click this. When you click the fill color, upper one, you can see there is a fill color. See, only one color is there. You can just one by one, you can fill it. But here, look at this, white and black. It means two color. This is a palette. So in Photoshop, we have a different way to apply a gradient to the fill or a picture in a different blending mode. But here we have a different one, guys, right? So I'm applying a gradient like this. If you apply any of this, no problem at all. Automatically, your gradient will be applied to the here. But here you can see the tool. The first one is for the fill. Second one is for the gradient. And third one is for the non. Okay. So first one I did here. And after that, select the object. And here, apply the fill. And here there is an option called gradient palette. After you are applying the gradient for a shape or a belt, automatically it will be come to the gradient palette. So from the gradient palette, and here you can choose the actually in CorelDRAW. I think in CorelDRAW you did. There are so many there are main 5 type of gradient styles: line gradient, radial gradient, reflected gradient, diamond gradient, and angle gradient. But here only we have 2 gradient styles: line gradient and radial gradient. Okay, so I'm selecting the line gradient or a radial gradient. So which is you want to apply here. So I'm going to apply the line gradient, and line gradient means only 2 colors. Here you can see the palette is appearing here. So you may change the colors now. So when you double click on this, you may see there's a palette will become. So I can choose the starting color. Here I can choose the ending color. So there are 2 colors. And the angles, so in which angle you need the because in better to tell, the correct word is directions. So you may change the angles or the directions. Both are the same words you can use. And you can change the opacity of the particular color belt and location and all. You can edit here. And this is a way you have to create a gradient color for a shape, guys, right? And for a text also the same thing. I will show you. So when you click the text tool, welcome. So you may change the text size. Okay, I will apply this. For this, what you can do is like, first you have to apply the fill color. So I'm applying a gradient. Why it's not coming? Because there are several paths. So right click on that, create outlines. Now you may apply. See, it's coming. Now select this. You may change the colors. So if you want to apply the gradient for the separate letter, what you want to do, you have to type it separately, and you have to make it gradient like this. Otherwise, you have to go to the panel link. One by one, you can apply like this. See, you may select one by one and you can apply. There are 2 ways you can apply in, which is easy for you. So I want to apply another color here in between these 2 lines or these 2 dots. Just double click on this. Automatically, the new panel will be coming here. See, when you double click on this, automatically the new panel will be coming. Now you can apply a different color for that also. Just select this and you may change the colors. See, now the 3 colors are there. Okay. Okay. Now, guys, here there's another tool. I will show the blending and smesh and all. The picker is also, you know, very well. Just clicking the color here. The blend I will explain later. Now look at this tool. This is called, actually this is the very interesting. Okay, this is the very interesting, and you know, most of the cartoon artists, they did they are using this tool and to make the background, guys, because now only we are just using the, when you according to the cartoons or the animation, so whatever it is, we are creating the characters and we are animating, you know, so using the backgrounds and all, we are doing everything, just we are creating. But earlier you can see, I think all you are just watching the cartoons, like a little bit older, Tom and Jerry, like that, you can see the backgrounds are not moving. Just look at the cartoon, backgrounds are just normal actions, and they're not moving. Only the characters are moving, guys. Okay, the characters are we are doing in the separate. The background are we are doing in the separate. So these tools to create the backgrounds. So these tools to create the characters, I will show you, guys. This is called just a brush tool. This is also one of the brush tool, but this brush tool is only we can use for the symbols. If you don't have the symbols in your workspace, you can't use this. If you have the symbols only, you can use it, right? So what I'm doing is, like, I'm select this. In your window ribbon here, there is an option called symbols. So automatically your symbol will be coming here. So only I have these symbols. But as I told you, if you are installing the fully plugin option, just go to the option. See, these all the symbol options are coming. So I'm just clicking on the 3D symbol. Now you may close it, no problem at all, because our library is now in my desktop. So you can just select this. There are so many symbols are there. See, you can click the next button. So many symbols are coming here, guys. I'll show you how you are going to use a symbol using these brushes in your working space, right? See, select this. I'm select this flower, and I'm just selecting this spray. Actually, this is a spray. So using this spray, you may just drawing on the workspace. See, so very easy. Just you can click and move it. You can use the transform tool and you can adjust the scaling. The second tool, the same object. Just look at the layer. See, it's in the grouping layer, right? So in your second tool, you may change in the positions, not each and individual, as a group. See, this is called positions, guys, like this. The third one is the symbol scruncher. The scruncher means, like, see, small to big, big to small, like that. You can just get together. And the next one is sizer. That's why I spoke earlier with you. See, now look at this. This is very big. This little bit. Now this is very small. Suddenly, when you're looking at the image, you are looking, this is very big, means it's very close for us. So the small ones are, it's very long from us. So there is a thing, it's imagination. Okay. So you can use these two to make the rotations. See, to make the rotations. And here you can choose a color, guys, and you can apply as a tint color. You know, tint, I think in Photoshop you did the tint, no? Tint, pressive, hue, saturation, highlighting, all the stuffs are there. So we are using hue and tint. This is called in tint option. So I'm using a different color, because if you apply the same similar color, you can't see the difference between the original and this. So I'm selecting this color and I'm applying this. So if you click on the object here, automatically your original one, it's getting little bit, you know, the purpley, and little bit it's getting shading, and one by one. So it's going like this. Okay, guys. So this is the shading, little bit shading. The word we are using in Photoshop is tint, and here we are using is a what? Stainer. Okay, the same function but in a different two names. And here I spoke earlier, opacity, especially for the postcards and birthday cards, especially autographs. So you can see in the paper the image is in a lower opacity, so you can just write it on the areas. So you can use this tool and you can just adjust the low opacity here, guys. See, can you see that? When you just click one by and again on that, automatically it's going as a lower thing, right? And the last one is it's a functionable tool, because if you join two objects together, so you can just use the Alt key in your workspace and you can do the same thing. I think in Photoshop also we have, it's called, what is it called, F4. It means replace fill. That means what you applied last brush, the tool will be applied in the same function. So that's the thing. See? Okay, guys. So now you can clearly understand how you are going to use the tools here. Okay. So the first one is the sprayer tool and the rotation tool and the scaling tool and direction tool. Everything is there. Right. Now I'm going to show you a small work for a knowing purpose. Okay. I'm just going to make a small drawing. I don't know whether it's coming as a beautiful one. So I'm going to show you as an idea, so how you can manage with symbols with that, and how you're going to make a drawing, or how you're going to make a background, right? According to my creativity idea, what I'm going to do is like, I'm just using a small rectangular. I'm drawing a rectangular here. And I'm not going to give the color here, right? So only I'm giving the fill color is sky blue. So using the Alt button, I may take a copy of this and just keep it here. Apply this, and I'm just apply a different color, like a brown, like this. Okay. So mainly focus, my plan is the blue color is my sky and brown color is my flow. For both, I don't have a stroke color, guys. Okay. Now, all right. Before that, I just keeping like this. I'm take a new background, guys, and I'm going to show you how they did this. You also can do the symbols and you may apply here, guys. Okay. Wait a second. I will show you. Okay, I'll take the flower. So I'm just click and drag here to my workspace. I'm just select the free transform tool, and I'm just clicking the size like this. Now, can you remember what I did is I removed my outline breaks. So here also, when you're moving on that, you can see the blue color lines are coming now. So small blue color lines. Guys, this everything they created. Okay, so this is not a picture. So this everything they drawing. Okay, so select the move tool and right click on the object. Now what you're going to do is break. So you're going to just break link to the symbol. So after you break that, what happened? So when you're clicking on that, see, individually you can move it. So when you move individually one by one, see, you can make idea how they did this. Can you see this? See, everything individual drawing, guys. This is not a very big thing. This is a very small thing, but you have to do it in a proper way. Then it will become as a nice object. See, understand? Everything they're drawing. So using the shape tool, using the pen tool, using the pencil tool. So everything they are drawing. After they are drawing this only, they can get a final object like this. You can imagine this, no? How it's look nice. See, Okay, guys. So you also try. Okay. So just start from the beginning and just try. You also can do the same thing. Not for the same thing, better than this, right? So like this. So now I'm just back to my workspace. Here I'm using a symbol. Right? I am taking. I'm taking this symbol. First, keep it outside. Do you know why, guys? Because if we are going to use more than 5 or 6 symbols together, better to use it separately. Then it will become in a separate group layer. Then you can move it here, right? Now select this. You can move it here. Keep it here. See, free transform tool. I'm going to adjust the size. See, like this. Again, I'm using the second symbol. See, I'm using this grass something. So this I can't take individual, no, because I have to mention as a group. So I'm using the spray tool. I'm using this symbol and I'm just drawing here. And select this. I can move it here. I'm just keeping here. Right. So using this tool, I'm just modeling this little bit sizer. The first one is a little bit bigger and smaller. Dylan sir, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Dylan sir, Myron sir told there is an examination around 12:30 or something. So what time I
Yes.
want to complete it?
12 o'clock. I think you almost finished the tool, right?
Yes, almost. I have finished, but only 2 or 3 things are there. It will be
Okay,
take.
so we'll do like this. It is an important one. If it is important, we'll complete that one. We'll ask question. So we have only 30 minutes.
Yes, now the time is 11:50. Now we have only 10 minutes. That's why I'm asking.
So when you finish that tool also, so we can go for the question area.
Right. Okay. So shall I finish it around 12 o'clock?
Yeah. Better to finish.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Right, guys. So there are a lot of things to do, guys. Okay. So I have blend tool and all of those stuffs are there, but I don't think today I can finish it off. But I will finish till this, and because you had ready for the exams also around 12:30. Okay. Okay, guys. So select this. I can just move it, and I'm just selecting some characters here, individual characters, and using the scale tool. Because this is my creativity idea. Okay, so don't think it's coming like this. So you can imagine and you can do more than this also, right? So now I'm going to keep it here. Now according to my focus, guys, the house is in long. So what I want to do, I have to make it balance. Now, if I take a copy of this, now I can just make it a little bit bigger than this. So now very clearly see the difference between the focus on this. See, this is the small one, so this is in very long. This is in close by. This is in close by. A little bit bigger than this. Oh, this is very wide. This is my close by, right? So again, I'm using another one. In your free transform tool. But don't worry about, guys, because this is your edge point. This side, what you are drawing or what you are doing, it's not coming to your output. Okay, so don't worry about that. So I'm using this tool also. So guys, now you can see like I have using so many symbols here. Okay, so many symbols, and I did a small just a creativity drawing of the cartoon background, guys. This is not a character. This is a cartoon backgrounds, right? So now what I can do is like I can export as a picture. Right now, just one more thing I have to apply here, some crows, you know. Right. I think the Photoshop, in Photoshop you can use the pictures. So I'm going to export as a picture, and now you can just move it to the Photoshop or especially Premiere, because in Premiere only we are doing the animation part. Animation part means how to tell, like a visual animation. But I think in your syllabus we have animation part in Flash and Photoshop. In Photoshop also we are starting the animation when we are going the what do you call, Flash animation. In Flash animation also we can do some few things, you know, the moving options. I can't find the crows. I have to search. The time is also going on. Okay, so anyhow, no problem at all. So only the missing part is crow. I'm just exporting this file. Before I'm going to export this, so here there's option called, just I'm going to save my document. Okay, so just I'm going to save this as first as a Illustrator document in my desktop. So I'm giving IDM project. Okay, so I'm just saving my IDM project here. So this is my Illustrator project. It will be asking the versions and the resolution. I'm giving the command version. Now guys, what I'm going to do is like I'm going to export. Okay, so first thing for the web version also, say, can you see in the preview now? So there's option called go to the file ribbon, and here there is option called save for web. Can you remember earlier I spoke with you lower capacity file, high resolution files, and high quality files. So I'm selecting the web file here. And when you're clicking the format here, there are so many formats are there. GIF format, JPG format, PNG format. PNG means it's a PNG format. So I'm selecting the JPG formats because here there are no animations here. I just exporting as a picture. And here you can see the quality. So which percentage you need the quality. You need 10% or 20% or 60%. Better guys, 72% is enough. Don't go more than 72. Otherwise, it will be asking the higher resolution. Okay. So I think according to my drawing, 60% enough. Now I'm going to save my document in my desktop. You don't save the files in your desktop. Okay. Otherwise, it's going to the C drive. Sometimes you're getting stuck. Now, see, my picture is ready now. Now this is a picture, guys. So you can use the picture in your Photoshop or your background file. So again, if you want to edit something also, you can use the original file and you can edit. So likewise, guys, this is a way you have to use the symbols and you can just drawing onto the workspace. Right? This is a small drawing with a few time. I just a small thing and I showed you how I can do this. Okay. Guys, now we are in the final session. Okay, guys, there are so many things to do. Okay, the blending and all, there are just few things to do. That no problem at all. Those are the few things, so I can manage in my next session or whatever it is, no problem at all. But what I did in this 2 session for you is, guys, only the introduction. Just I am going to hands-on just how you're going to use the tools and how you're going to manage. And the people, the students who are in the beginning level, just they can study very easily exactly in Illustrator what we can do, the purpose of the Illustrator and why we can use that, what is the main areas we can do that. So I hope you can clearly understand about the Illustrator, the basic operations tools and interfaces and all. But guys, again, I'm telling, there are so many things to do here. This is, I can't tell you can do only these things in Illustrator. There are no limits to do the projects in Illustrator. So you can use in a different various areas. Okay. So hope guys you can understand very clearly. The time is up now. So I'm just finishing my session. Thank you very much, Dilan sir and Mayuran sir. Dilan sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And you've given a big effort to complete with Illustrator, the very big subject you complete in the short period. So thank you very much. And Mayuran sir.
Yes, Dylan.
So sir, you told about this exam.
Yeah.
I think we can start the exam.
All right. Okay. So students, are you all ready for the exam?
So students, please don't log out because we want to know how much you learn from this free courses. So please don't log off. This session is finished. Please participate this exam, and then only you will know how much you will learn from this site, this courses. So please try to participate this online exam. So, you can send that link.
Okay. So first, I'll just give you a small brief about. Uh, so I think you can see the screen. So I think I'll give you a small brief before starting the exam. Right. So this is a online exam. I'm sending you a link now. Right. So there are 25 questions altogether. Right. So 25 questions. So first, I will give you the exam link. Right. Okay, so don't worry about anything. Just go for this attempt, right? Just trying to do the exam. We'll see your results. Okay, so I will be sharing the link in chat window now. Okay, right. Right. So this is the link. You can see now. I have sent it in the chat window, right? Okay. So what you have to do is just click the link, right? It will take you to using a personal computer, no problem. Click the then it the, so there you have to do is you have to type your name, right? have to type your name. Okay, so it will take you to another browser. Then in there you have to type your name. Then I can see in the main screen people who are joining. So wait there once you type. Now if your browser is changing, you can hear me, but you can't see the Zoom window. If you click the link, right? So it will open a window and show a game ID plus your name. So just type your name and start. Wait there until everybody join. Now I think 7 people have joined in the exam. Now 48 to go. I total 48 students. Dylan, if you can just send me the link in WhatsApp. Some students asking in WhatsApp.
Sure, I will send to the WhatsApp.
Okay, now 10 students joined. I think some more to go. Whoever joined, just wait. Wait there. So I think 16 students joined. I'm expecting other. Everybody, please go for Atom. Then you can able to see whether you can pass this final exam or still you have difficulties. So this is just a self-evaluation exam. Nothing to worry because nobody's know you. If you pass or fail, no problem. Just trying to attempt. Okay, I think 22 people have joined. Still more to go. Okay, so whoever joined, just wait. It will ask you to wait there. So once I start the exam only, you will be able to go to the exam. So until that, you have to wait because I need all the people to be come and join. So if you have any difficulty, just type it, chat it, then we will sort out the issues, right? So if the link is can't open, just copy the link and open in a browser and paste it there. Maybe in a Google Chrome or wherever, paste the link. If it is asking any ID, just type the ID which is there in the link, 332746. So if sometime ask any link ID or game ID, just type it in here. This is a game code. I think we have sent it in the WhatsApp also. You can click there. Okay, come on guys, right. 31 students joined, still some more to go. Only 10, 11 students to go. Right, great. 32 students join. If you minus our altogether 46, so if I minus our staff members, then there are 10 students to go. $34 altogether. $35. Right, 36. Great, another 5 students. Okay, right. So just 5 students. So trying to join now. So we will start the exam without further delay, right? Okay, so remember the rules and regulations. Now, there it's a MCQ. So four questions will be four answers and a one question. Just you have to click the correct answer, and you can go on next, right? So that's it. Just one question will be given 45 minutes, but no problem. You can just read the question carefully, read it and answer it properly. Because don't accelerate it, because it's just a sample examination, similar to the EPlus, right? So I want to see the overall classroom performance, how you are performing, right? So now 38 join. So we are going to start the exam now, right? Okay, start. Okay, now you can keep answering. I think now look, Luka, right? So she is leading. Second is Rakshana. Third is Ahmad. So no need to be hurry, guys. Just read the question carefully, right? No need to be hurry. Just read the question carefully and answer. I think you can hear me. So some people have not started the exam. Just check. Abdullah, Halim. Just check your one. Still your exam is not started. So if you are doing, no problem. Just continue. It will update bit later. So in the Zoom window, you can see the overall students, how they are doing. So everything lively, it will be updated. So I think for the moment, still Luxka is on top. So Faz, I think Faz and Shah are quickly doing the question. I think are doing a lot of mistakes. FAZ and SHA, Fa and Za. So just read the question carefully because it's a practical exam, guys. No need to be hurry, and just because all are, I think most are very easy questions. So Abdullah, Halim, and Shifa. So I think your results is not loading. Maybe you are doing or not. I don't know. But if you are doing, just continuously do it. Then once you end the exam, we will able to see the results. So whoever finished the exam, just you can come to the main window again. I think some people, Faz, FAZ and Shampika, Shah, all are completed. So whoever completed, you can just come to the main window and wait in the Zoom window. Then you can see the overall answers. I think now the top is Ahmad is topping. Yeah, I think most of the people have completed the exam, right? Only few are doing it. We'll see. Okay, so I think few are completed. Ahmad is the high scorer, I think. He have did all the questions without making a single mistake. So let's we wait for some times and let others to finish the exam. Then I will end this exam and show you the result. I think Google have lead the Ahmad. Google is in the top right. Right. I think almost everybody have completed. We'll check from first. So whoever completed, please come to the main window, right? Main window, I think first 20. Yeah, I think first up to 23 students have completed. Uh, some are still doing it. Some are late joined. Some people have not started. So these people are not started. ES. So I'm going to remove those people. Okay, so okay, so I think you can see the final score, guys, right? So now I'm without any further delay, I'm going to end the exam. So if I end the exam, so whoever is doing in the middle, so your exam will be stopped, right? So I think most people are complete, some people are not doing, or there maybe marks is not updated. But I don't see a current. Once again, I'll refresh and see. Okay, so I'm going to end the exam now. So if I press the end button, then it won't be the balance answer won't be due. Okay, and then one person is doing. I think some people are still doing it. Please, whoever doing, make it quick. Late. Okay, so according to the current reference, the top rate will be Guhan and Ahmad. Right, Guhan and Ahmad will be the top rate, so they don't did even a single mistake. They have answered everything. Other people have did mistake, and remember there are two systems now. This first, second, third will be showing in a point system, which is continuously correct answer. Like there is a rules for this particular gaming. Based on that only, it's showing based on the point system. But I will finish the exam and show based on the answers, right? Whoever two answers wrong or one answer. So that is the way actually you have to see yourself. Because the EPlus exam you are based on the answer. Now if you see the third, fifth person, now he have did only few wrongs. But if you see the fourth person, he have did many wrong. But he is ranked it in a before this. So likewise, because it's using a different system to answer it. So don't worry, I will show you once everybody is finished. I will finish this exam and show you the score based ranking. So that is really important. See that time who are the first 5 people, right? So I can see the overall ranking is 66% in the class. So overallly 66 average ranking is 66. That shows the students are great actually. 66 mean all overall classroom is good, right? You have some knowledge because I think I have set up some papers from the basic graphics and also some Photoshop question, Illustrator question, likewise tools and like that. So similar only it will be coming. So if you are getting more than 60 for this, definitely you can able to sit for the exam, right? Without any further doubts. Okay, so I think there are some students now only they have started. Just click this button, right? And I'll end the exam. Okay, so whoever doing now, so your exam will stop in the middle, so don't worry. Right, now it shows the first, second, third people, Guhan, Ahmad and Nuksha. Muka, right? Muka. So 3 people is the first scorer, right? And it show you the answers as well, right? And you are scoring. Now we go to the results. I will exit this window. Right. Now I will show you the results based on the scoring. Based on the accuracy. Right. Great. Right now, this is the actual accuracy. So the Guhan is still leading. So he got all 25 questions correct. And Ahmad also it's 25 question correct, right? And Luka have did only one question wrong, and this is 2 questions wrong. Ramit, right? So likewise, you can able to see. So then the scoring 88 percentage, 84 percentage. So when you go down, right, 60. So I would recommend up to this, even up to a person who got 60, right? So in out of 25 question, 9 question wrong. So you are okay. That means you are a great students, right? There is you can directly go to the exam. Other people, I say you are a weak students, right? You should refer more. You should study more. Starting from 9 question wrong, that is 64, right? 64 or even 60, right? Not 9, even 10, right? From here, I will say the students are weak students, so they have very few scores. So I think your names is in this area. Please, you have to consider some more in referring the module, studying. And I think some people have not able to complete the exam. The exam was stopped in the middle, so that is not a problem. So because of the delay of entering the exam, it will cause that particular issue. So okay, right? So and some students have not started the exam; they have just logged in and not started. Okay, so this is the overall result. So guys, please, I would recommend the people who have been the top scorer. You will be able to pass this exam in an easy way. So I will give a chance to Ruhan. Uh, I think the how the Guhan name, I don't know, because I think he have put the different name in uh, Zoom window. So Guhan, if you can message me, okay, right? So then Ahmad, I will unmute you. You can speak now. Yeah, hello.
Hello? Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Zain Ahmed, sir.
Zain Ahmad. So what is the background? Just tell me about your background. Are you a student or?
I'm a student, sir. I'm doing a degree, networking degree. I'm doing. I'm part time. I have
Okay.
been studying about Photoshop and all. I do at home.
Okay, okay.
I have a touch. I don't
Ah,
have.
right. That's great.
Yeah.
So, Ahmad, you can. It's great that you have got the top score in the class.
Yeah, sir.
So you can able to do the exam without any delays. Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Best. All the best. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So then I'll give you a chance. I think I can't find the Guhan name. If you, the Guhan, your same name will be not there in here. So if you can just type me, then I will unmute you. Then I'll just give you a chance to speak. other people. Okay, so I think now you can hear me. My line got disconnected, right? Okay, so students, others, uh, please go through this. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is now, if you are getting more than, as I told you, 60 marks, right? So you are a great candidate. Without any problem, you can able to sit for the examination. Because why the exam is important is you should get a full pack, guys, right? Don't take only the knowledge, because apart from the knowledge you need a valid certificates, right? So maybe when you go certificate, you have sometime you have a little bit fright about how the exam will come and how we have to whether we will be able to pass the exam and like that. So don't worry, because there will be a final class. So after all this class finish, we are going to have another last session, that is only for the session for whoever going to do the examination, right? So we will be giving you some dummy questions as well. Dummy mean like original related to the same exam model. You will be able to get it, right? And also we will discuss the past paper, and plus the video recordings which we have recorded. You can able to we will be giving you only for the students who is coming to the examinations, right? So we will give them the exam, sample exam, 60 MCQ exam. So you can again and again do that exam and see, right? And also if you want to study the exam, then you can direct. Second, you will be given online portal, right? The second, you will be given an online portal, whether you can able to access the video recordings, right? Whatever the recordings we have teached in the earlier classes, you will be able to record it, see it, replay and see it. And the fourth one, we will do a class for you to go ahead with the complete idea about the examination. So all inclusive in that payment. So when you pay that 8,000 rupees, it will include. Plus, if you pay 1,500 extra, you will be able to get the syllabus books, right? So what I am trying to say is, please don't get only the knowledge and go. Get the full pack, right? Finish it up to the certificates level and get the certificate also. Then it will be a lifelong achievement. And also investing on money in this education, it will be a good return for you. Because if you want to study the same program in a private sector, and if you want to get any institute certificate even, you have to spend around 30,000, 35,000 to do that class and get the exam. So this is again a low money, and also the great opportunity from the government approved center certificate. So again, that is a very good option. So all winning, all are best, right, for you. Class is also there. You can we will give you the video links which we have played earlier. So everything will be given to you. So then you 100% you can make sure that we will be make sure that you pass the exam, right? So again, that is a great thing, right? Please go for that attempt. So whoever got today's exam more than 65, 60, I'm sure you can able to sit the exam without any further issues, right? So thank you very much, guys. Dilan?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for your introduction, instruction, and this about examination also. And thank you very much who are performing the exam very well. And I saw the first, second, third, and before that 10 places, first 10 places. So I'm very happy to see you all. So it's same like the other students also have to come forward. So if you have any doubts, you can ask from WhatsApp also. Small question you can ask WhatsApp also. So as much possible, so we can reply. And here I'm showing the evening session class. So I took Office application. So today we are going to learn Microsoft Access 2016 version. So 3 to 5 p.m. have class. So I already sent the link to you, the email ID and the password. So please try to log in before 5 minutes. So then only we can start our class earlier. And thank you very much, guys. And please, thank you very much, guys. So we will meet on evening.